My name is Peter Borda. I'm the Deputy Mayor for the Whyalla City Council. I became a councillor because I see that the community needs leadership. It needs people that are going to listen and people that are going to advocate for them. And I was tapped on the shoulder a couple of times and people said, "Oh, you'd be good for council," because I was doing some community work, and I thought, wow, that was really humbling to be thought of in that way. And then I thought, you know, let's have a go at this. So I put my hat in the ring and was, overwhelmed by the support and really, really grateful for the opportunity to represent this beautiful community. Oh, what do I love most about Whyalla? I mean, you've got, you know, the people, the geography, the lifestyle. I think probably for me, like having, I've got 6 children, and the lifestyle here and what the flexibility around the geography allows for, I can leave home at 8:30, I can do 2 school drop-offs, and I can still be at my first appointment by 9 a.m. And so that to me at this stage of my life is absolutely fantastic. But what I really love about Whyalla is when someone's in need in the community, people just band together. There have been so many examples where something's happened to somebody in the community and somebody else will advocate for them and try and help them out, and the response is just incredible. And I think that's really quite an amazing thing about Whyalla and the community at large. So yeah, that's fantastic. So my main passion is to be a dad and to be a husband. I love my family. They're the people that I live with them and I love them so much, but I want the best for them, and that flows into the passion that I have for the community as well. And it's a little bit selfish perhaps, because I want the best for the community because I know that my children are being raised here. And there are so many other young families that I'm connected with in Whyalla that I love the way that the parents are doing their very best for their children. And Whyalla has always been that. Since before I got to Whyalla, there's always been this rich heritage of raising a family here. We moved here back in 2017 and we have had an amazing experience here in Whyalla. And it's the lifestyle here in Whyalla and the flexibility of living has allowed us to foster children and expand our family. We went from 3 to 6 kids in about 8 months. But the manoeuvrability, the house prices, what it allowed us to do, and the life that we live now, I'm still pinching myself. I think we would never have had these opportunities in Metro Adelaide. And I think that appeal that I find about Whyalla of being a family person is something that other people resonate with as well. And I truly believe that Whyalla's best years are ahead of it, because at some point, the families in metro areas are gonna realise what is available here in Whyalla and go, you know what, that's where I wanna go and raise my family as well, because it's such a beautiful place. Key highlight for me was meeting with a lovely couple. They had some issues with the footpath, and it was just a footpath, and there's lots of footpaths in Whyalla. But the highlight for me was asking, what does it mean to you if this footpath is corrected? Because there are a few bumps in it. And I know that lots of footpaths are still like that, and we're doing the best we can. But this person said to me it would give her independence back. And that really touched me, because it's concrete, you know, and it's buckled a little bit from a tree root. But to this person, it was an enormous barrier for getting to the shops and having her own independence. And so that, to me, it's a small thing, but it's also a really big thing, because for the person I was talking to, it was major for them. And so taking the time to actually talk to them and meet with them, they invited me into their home and we had a little bit of a chat about things. They love Whyalla as well, but there were this fundamental issue with the footpath that they needed fixed. So being a small part of that and highlighting that, and then the resolution for that was a fantastic outcome. Yeah, so that really made a difference to me. What I'm most excited to deliver for the community over the rest of our term is 3 things. I want to listen, continue to listen. I want to lead the community, which means advocating for them. And I want to lift others up. There are so many people in our community that are the unsung heroes. I really want to give them a voice and give them a platform. Not that they're looking for that, but I really want to highlight behaviour and effort and ingenuity and entrepreneurship and community service. At a council level, I think we can do so much to elevate those people, to inspire others to want to do the same, to dig deep and to find how they can contribute to the community as well. But those first 2 things of listening to understand, and leading to advocate for. And I think those things need to go in that order as well. I'm really excited to continue to do those things for the community. My father's side came from Malta, which is a small island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and my mother's family came from Port Lincoln, way back to the first settlers down in Port Lincoln. And in travelling around the Eyre Peninsula, I've got a book next to my bed called Getting By, and that book goes through all my mother's side. And so there's all these places around the Eyre Peninsula that my ancestors were, had their little businesses and set themselves up and all those sorts of things and integrated into the community. So ending up in Whyalla now, and this is our forever home and we absolutely love it here. So just that connection of bringing, the immigrant heritage from Malta and that localised heritage from Port Lincoln and the Eyre Peninsula, finding ourselves here in Whyalla raising our family, I just think there's a real poetic justice to that. And so yeah, it's great to see out our future here. We just love it here.